Kia ora, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, we start the week after the long holiday weekend with all eyes still on inflation's challenge. In the coming week, the spotlight will be taken by the US inflation rate and their retail sales, followed by the FOMC Minutes. The Americans will also release updates on industrial production, producer prices, and the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey. Elsewhere, China will be releasing its March inflation rate today and trade data on Thursday. And the Bank of Canada and the Bank of Korea will each be deciding on the course of their monetary policy. Also, India, Brazil and Russia are each set to publish their CPI numbers. Overnight, the Americans released consumer inflation expectation survey results, and they rose in March. Expected inflation for the year ahead in this New York Fed survey was up to 4.7%, rising from an almost two-year low of 4.2% from the same survey in February. It was the first increase in 5 months. The Fed has more work to do. And American wholesale inventories were virtually unchanged in February from the same month a year ago in nominal terms. That is taking the top off its inventory to sales ratio quite quickly as sales values rise with inflationary pressures. On Wall Street, we're going into an intense period of earnings releases, and it's becoming clear they may be as weak as minus 7%. Inflation is squeezing margins everywhere. Share prices may be being revalued as interest rates rise, but they're also getting a compounding hit if earnings fall at the same time. And Japanese consumer confidence recovered in February and by much more than expected, although to be fair, it is only a recovery from its 2022 lows and nowhere near back to its pre-pandemic levels. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.42% and little changed. The price of gold is at $1,988 an ounce, and that's down $20 from this time yesterday. And oil prices are down 50 US cents and just on $80 a barrel in the US, while international Brent prices little changed at $84.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is almost a 0.5% lower against the US dollar, now at 62.1 US cents. Against the Aussie, however, we've dipped to 93.6 Australian cents, and against the euro, we've dipped slightly too, to 57.2 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index is now at 70.3 and down only 10 basis points from this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.